Yeah, morning, everybody. You're welcome to Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, the first in what I would call a new beginning. Okay, you're welcome. The this program, Daily Digest, from 9 to 10, is a magazine program. Okay, and anything legal goes. Anything legal goes. We'll be having interviews. We'll have discussions. And of course, every Wednesday we'll have your dear Bumi, which I'm sure you are all used to. So it's nice to be here. It's nice to join the Nigerian Info family, and it's nice to bring along my own people too. The Ambassador Musbaus of this world, Comrade Akwan and Co. and so on, and Chief Darlington. It's nice to be here. Now, the essentially, it will be quite interactive. You can get us on all the social media channels of the station, and also we'll be taking your calls. Now, of course, the rules that apply is just like 1 minute. 1 minute, and of course, I put small ojoro inside. If what you are saying is very sweet, like they say, we'll allow you a little bit there. So Philip is here. I've always told Philip that if I faint, take the photograph first before you. So we are all here, and we're going to sit back and have fun. Not more time to waste. We'd like to kind of alert you, to give you information on what we're going to talk about today. I'm a bit worried about what's going on in Lagos. Okay, since we had this COVID crisis, Lagos has been on a down spiral, and all of us are asking questions that what exactly is going wrong? Okay, what exactly is going on? So we will take your reactions. We are going to we have an appointment with the Commissioner for Information, who I'm trying to get on the phone now. We're trying to see if we can get the Commissioner for Information and ask him a few questions to find out what exactly is going on. We're also going to call Tola Akikugbe, who is an architect, and his arch rival, Osa. The two of them, they never agree on anything. Incidentally, the two of them are 6-footers, so they can talk to themselves at that height. We will do this today. We'll take a lot of your own calls too, because the people do matter. And then we would continue on Thursday, because we've discovered that 1 hour, 1 hour is never enough to do these things. I had a bit of sad news that, that's why my spirit is a bit down. I spoke to my friend, Willie Thomas. I spoke to him on Wednesday night, and he said his BP. Willie Thomas is a journalist. He for many years. He's even older than me. I didn't know that until after he died. But we've been friends from the 70s. And he worked with Radio Dutch Welle and so on and so forth, Germany. And I spoke to him on Wednesday, only for me to hear that he died that night. He talked about his BP being high and so on and so forth, and I think the doctor was reluctant to admit him. I don't know whatever it was. His BP was very high, 2 something over 1 something. But he died that night, so it's a bit. When Willie retired, I remember he opened a place called Blue Mango. This was in Abeokuta, and then in Blue Mango, Willie didn't sell pepper soup or this thing. Yes, he sold pepper soup, but guess what was in the pepper soup? He had alligator, he had crocodile, he had snake, he had this thing, and the place usually packed full. I didn't know that until one day I went to spend the day with Willie, and after he told me what the things that he sold, I kept quiet. He saw me go a bit quiet. He said, Jimmy, let them make some food to you to eat. I said, no. He said, no. We'll just, I was afraid with the plates and all these things that they use in this crocodile and this thing. So Willie said, Jimmy, let them make food for you now. You must be hungry. He came in. I said, no, I'm waiting on the Lord. Is that what does that mean? I said, aren't you a Christian? Waiting on the Lord means I'm fasting. He said, you're fasting with a glass of brandy in your hand. You're fasting. Anyway, it's sad to see Willie go. May his soul rest in peace. I'll miss him so dearly. We were part of a group then. It was called NAPWA. Fela was a member way back then in the 70s. Rashid Belamosi were those who started it. I think there was a bit of Russian intervention in the thing. Only God knows. But from then, we've been trying to change society, and here I am now in the year 2020. I'm still doing virtually the same thing. Anyway, back to what we're talking about is the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. Sit back and enjoy yourselves. We'll take a short commercial break now, okay? And then when we do come back, we'll try and see if we can get the commissioner. I want to start with him. See if we can get the commissioner, and then we'll see if we can get, like I said, we're going to try to get Osa. We're going to try to get Tola and a few other people. So don't go away. Don't touch that dial. Oh. Take your finger off it.
The Discourse with Jimi Disu.
The Discourse with Jimi Disu
Continues in a moment. And now, we are back on The Discourse with Jimi Disu.
Yeah, you're welcome back. You're welcome back to Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. Sorry, there are a few hitches. This is the first time we're running this, so I'm sure we'll perfect it by Thursday. No problem. By the way, I'd like to thank my brother Heavy Wind Adeniji, for supplying the music, the bed and whatever, the intro to the program. And part of it is taken from his famous hit, we call it Popular Side. Okay, so I'd like to thank Adeniji. We're trying to get the commissioner for information to break this whatever. But you can get us on what's the number, please? Again, I'll read out the numbers that you can get us on, and then of course you can get us on Twitter, but you have to add @Jimi Disu so that I can tag it on my own phone here. Okay. Now the number to call if you want to call in would be 0700-993-993-993. The issue at hand is, how can we salvage Lagos? Okay, how can we salvage Lagos? Lagos has virtually gone to the dogs. Some of us are so worried. We're worried about the traffic situation. We're worried about the environment. And one of the issues that occupies our mind mainly is that why has it been so difficult for the government to enforce our existing laws and to carry out these functions in a seamless manner? The traffic situation is dismal, to say the least. When you have a man who is going on air at 7:30, has to leave his home at 5 so he doesn't get caught up in traffic, that should tell you something. And these are some of the issues I've been wanting to bring up with the commissioner and bring up with my guests when we do get them on the phone. And these are the issues we'd like to hear from you. The suffering of the masses is something else. I think I have Osa on the line now. Hello, Osa. Osa, morning. Hello. Osa. Hello. Hello, Osa.
This is not Osa.
Who is this? Oh, this is Tola. Hello? Oh, this is the commissioner. Sorry, sir. Mr. Motosho, good morning. Hello? Okay, I think we lost it. We'll try and get it back. Still getting a bit confused here, but we'll straighten it out. Okay, we'll get to talk to the commissioner when it comes on. So back to what I was saying, we are quite worried, about the way things are going in Lagos. And part of what I hear is that there could be, these are things that I hear, let me be honest with you. You never know what is authentic these days. You're never too sure about what is authentic. What we do here is that there's some politics going on with the issue of policing the state. It would appear as if maybe, just maybe, there are some powers up there that we don't know. We certainly don't know whether it is a deliberate effort to either to sabotage what's going on in the state here, or to hello.
Hello?
Mr. Motosho, thank you very much. Sorry, how are you?
Fine, sir.
It was a case of mistaken identity. Today is my first day here, so everything done dabaru for my eye. We are still trying to settle down a bit. So that's why I called you Tola. I know you are not Tola. I know you are Gbenga Motosho. How are you, Honorable Commissioner?
We're fine, sir.
Some of us are worried about Lagos. Like I told you on the phone, we are so worried about Lagos. Let's take the issues one by one. What is the situation with traffic? From our own side, we find that since the closure, or even before the closure of the third mainland bridge, we did have this confusion, but it's gotten worse. And we wonder what is the thinking of the government. Yes, we know that you have about 650 last-mile officials, set to put things right. But the indiscipline, for example, the other day at 11 a.m., Honorable Commissioner, we saw some vehicles driving one way on Eko Bridge, Okadas everywhere. What is the problem with law enforcement?
Yeah, the problem with law enforcement, I'm not going to stand in here for the Commissioner of Police or anybody, but all I know is that there are laws, there are rules that people are supposed to obey.
Yes.
And in the season of COVID-19, it's been a terrible time. Enforcing the law, having medical facilities operated by people, and so many things have been very, very difficult. Mm-hmm. I suspect that the law enforcement agencies themselves, they don't want to get caught up in this. That is why they've not been doing some physical activities that are expected of them. Everybody has slowed down. But like I said, I would not want to just stand in here and defend the Commissioner of Police. He has his own PRO to defend him. But all I know is that in everything, our people just say, government. Nobody takes responsibility. If a man knows that you go and take one way on a co-bridge, we disrupt other people, we upstage every line of decency that has been put in place. Why will he go and do it? Why don't you just be responsible?
Okay, Honorable Commissioner, if you will not defend the policeman and you expect his PRO to defend him, that rings a bell in my head. Let me rephrase the question. Are you satisfied with the cooperation you are getting from the police? Is the state satisfied?
Well, I personally think, if you look at the leadership, the commissioner of police, for example, the man goes out himself to do certain things. And I think in his own capacity he's doing well. But his men are not doing enough. The commissioner of police cannot be everywhere, so we are not satisfied.
Well, I take that as a diplomatic statement. If you say the man is going out, the man is not paid to go out. He's paid to make his men function. So if you are not happy with the men, that means he's been indicted here. And I can jolly well understand there are rumors making the rounds that he himself is under heat from his superiors. Well, you might not want to comment on that. But for whatever, do you think there is a sinister plan to sabotage Lagos, in the areas of security?
Well, I would not say that there's a sinister plan to sabotage Lagos in the area of security, but the events around us, I feel they are just the age-old problems that we have been tackling. The problem of true federalism, for example, where the governor is expected to be the chief security officer of the state, yet he cannot order the commissioner of police around. He cannot call the brigade commander and say, this is what I want. He cannot, because these are guys who take orders from Abuja. Even if he does that, the hierarchy of the police, will they be able to do whatever the governor wants immediately? As the governor will tell a civil servant that he wants something to happen now, and it happens.
So with due respect, Honorable Commissioner, there seems to be a missing link at some level about enforcing the law here. So where do we go from here? What is the thinking of the state? If you are not getting, now we are not talking of the Commissioner of Police, we are talking of the police as an institution. If you are not getting a full cooperation from the police, what is the alternative?
I think we have to keep on engaging because it's a systemic problem. And since we have this as it is now, you cannot change it even by law. So we have to keep on engaging them. We have to keep on devising ways to enforce the law.
But whilst we are doing that, sir, Honorable Commissioner, whilst we are doing that, we're gradually having a breakdown of law and order. The laws that were put in place, for example, to control Okada have been thrown to the dogs. I mean, how can you, in broad daylight at 11 a.m., have people driving one way on a bridge? Lagos is becoming... Has the governor brought this to the attention of the IG and the president?
Well, let me just tell you that he's engaging them, and he's going to talk about that. I was on a WhatsApp forum a few days ago,
yes,
and somebody was complaining that the Okada riders were back. And I said, yeah, I could see them. And he said, what's the state doing about that? And before I could reply, another person said, it's not that Lagos state government is not doing something, but the police in Lagos are arresting Okada riders from a particular area of the country. They are leaving Okada riders who are Yoruba. They are leaving Okada riders who are... So you can see that the ethnicity has been brought into this thing.
Well, Honorable Commissioner, that's we have gotten to a very critical point here because what you said was we heard as a rumor, but you have virtually more or less endorsed the thinking going on that there is some element of ethnic unbalancing in these things, and that is a very, very dangerous. That's a very, very dangerous level because we hear that some of these Okada riders are influential. And so, but then again, definitely the governor and stakeholders must be thinking of how to salvage the state from this terrible situation, which in itself, Honorable Commissioner, has security implications. I'm sure you will agree with that.
Sure.
So where do we go from there? I don't think it's enough to engage. I think it's high time that the governor made all of us aware of what exactly is going on. If anything at all, we don't keep laying the blame at his door. But then you don't need policemen to supervise the environment. The environment is not any better. So what is the reason for, for the level of decay that we have in the environment? What exactly is the problem?
Well, I think talking about the environment, it depends on where you are. I go out to Lagos every day, and I've seen some improvement in what Loma is doing. Like I said, everything about the environment, about law enforcement, is all about government. No citizen responsibility at all. Ooh. I saw on Saturday, we went to commission a face mask factory, and I saw the big drainage around the Ijesa area. And very big, very kind, beautiful and all that. But I saw that people were pouring refugees to it. And I know that recently the government went there to clear everything and also people that they should stop doing this thing and got some people arrested.
Well, Honorable Commissioner, the environment is not just about refuse. It's about violation of environmental laws. It's not just a refuse issue. The state has become. Look at Yaba, for example. Look at Sulere is coming up. I don't know where they waka. You are a big man. I am not. You are in the corridors of power. I'm with the masses. So
I passed through Yaba yesterday and day before yesterday to Marina. Yes. From Alausa to Marina.
Were you happy with what? Did you pass Bonuwe? Were you happy with what you saw?
No, I didn't pass Bonuwe.
Bonuwe is the most.
I went to Murtala Mohammed.
Don't go on the highway. Good. Bonuwe is the most important road on because it's Wakeman Stroke Petty and all that. Olonode, Old Yaba Road. Violations everywhere. People selling everywhere. Mechanics. It's not just about refuse, Honorable Commissioner.
No, if you recall, people selling everywhere. Before the partial closure of the Formula Bridge, we did promise that we were going to clear Oyigbo and some other places so that traffic will flow in that area, being an alternative route to the Milan Bridge. And we did that. We cleared the place of people selling. And I passed through yesterday, Oyigbo Market. I came in all the way from Murtala Mohammed, from Yaba to Oyigbo, joined the door and went to Marina for a meeting. I tell you, I was surprised when I got to the train station. Everything clear.
Okay, let me read you this tweet. It's by Oyewale Fatunla, and he says that it is unfortunate. It seems Mr. Governor didn't prepare for this huge task of Lagos. Lagos is gradually becoming a shadow of itself. I pray he wakes up from his slumber. Is the governor overwhelmed? Did he meet any surprises on ground?
I do not think so. Because like I told you, there are devices to tackle all of these things. Apart from the regular police, we have a team that we call Governor's Monitoring Team. We have a team that we call the task force.
With due respect, they're not working.
No, it's the task force that went to clear Oyigbo. For example, where I passed through yesterday.
Yes.
Last week I passed through Oyigbo and it was hellish. But yesterday I passed through Oyigbo. I passed through Ido. It was cleared. It was the task force that did that.
Well,
the thing is that when you clear all these traders off the road, people begin to complain. They open fire Niwalara. We cannot. They don't
now you have got it. Wait, now, Commissioner, I'll go floor you now. So it's more about votes than about getting the job done. It's because you don't want to offend your voters. That is why you have been pussyfooting. Is that right or wrong?
It's very, very wrong.
But when you said now that one of Niwala and Konko, that you are worried about people's reaction, don't you think it's better if you do the needful and hope that when it's finally done, your predecessor did that, not this last one, or the one before the last one. He did that. He didn't mind whose ox was God. He stopped street parties. They said the same thing. They later turned around to thank him. He had total no tolerance at all for the environment. They said the same thing. Later they came to appreciate him. We want a government. We want a government that is ready to do the right thing, get the job done instead of excuses or instead of thinking about people's reaction.
No, we are not thinking about people's reaction.
We
are thinking about the interest of the majority, the interest of what is good. Take, for example, the Takuabe problem the other time.
Yes.
Before they went to clear Takuabe of suspected saboteurs who were pumping fuel illegally, and then they brought down their shanties. I mean, human rights organizations came up, journalists came up from overseas, from Nigeria, everywhere they were making noise.
Mr.
Motosho, government of what he didn't do.
Mr. Motosho, sir, I think we have gotten to the point where you should. The human rights, look, see, everybody has his own function in society, but we need to get the right things done. Okay, we know how stubborn our people can be. There are enough laws for you to execute. Once you execute them, there's no problem. Car wash, people, there is just complete, total abandon of the society, and we hope that the Lagos State will. But we'll let you go now because I think I've I think I've been a bit of a rascally, troublesome.
No, you're on the right track, sir.
Yeah. Well, you say that by being polite, but I'm sure you're saying within yourself, I wish this man would not let me go, I beg. So I will let you go for now.
Not really, sir. I'm ready to engage, sir. For as long as you
we will engage you. What we should do is keep listening. We are going to continue on Thursday. We can't continue tomorrow because tomorrow is Diabumi and that one is sacrosanct. Nobody should touch that dial on that one. But we are going to continue on Thursday. So on Thursday, we'll engage you after we've gotten so many reactions. So we'd like to thank you very much for sparing time to talk to us. We are most grateful. And sorry about the initial hitches. This is my first day. This is my first day here, and the system here gets, it takes getting used to. Okay, so I do apologize to you.
I think I should get some prize for being the guest on this first day.
Yeah. You're my first guest on this. I'm a high in. What do you want? Do you want a jug, a mug? What do you want? I mean, I have cash. If if I get cash, I have any less cash now. I don't need to go this VI. I don't need to cross the bridge. I go to where the bullion van is and collect some cash for you.
I don't know about that.
I don't have a bullion van. Okay, Mr. Motocho, thank you very much.
All right,
that was I didn't even like that reference to the bullion van. That was Mr. Motosho. He's the commissioner for Information Lagos State. Can we take a few of their calls? Yeah, okay, we'll take a few of your calls. Now, remember, when you do call in, let's all be polite, okay? Let's be polite. These laws, I'm very, very strict on you can make sarcastic statements. Let me teach you. This place is like a university of learning where I learn, you learn. There's some sarcastic statements. Sometimes the things you don't say are even heavier than the one that you said. Sometimes like somebody like Segun Agbede will always say, you don't want to imagine what I would have said. That is worse than him. Oh, I miss Segun Agbede. I must say that I miss him. Good morning to him, just in case he's listening. We'll need to take a break. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we are going to take your phone calls. Then we are going to call Tola and Osa. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
The Discourse with Jimi Disu.
The Discourse with Jimi Disu
continues in a moment. Have your say in what we say.
You always make good points.
We talk the talk, and walk the walk. We are 99.3.
You talk, we listen.
Nigeria Info. And now, we are back on the discourse with Jimi Disu.
Yeah, you're welcome back to the Daily Discourse with Jimi Disu. I hope you didn't hear that one of the discourse was an error. Don't worry, we'll fine-tune everything. Now, do you know that we're on Facebook? I'm sorry I didn't tell you that from the beginning. This is going to take some getting used to. We are on Facebook. You can watch us live. Facebook Nigeria Info 99.3. So for the first time, you get to see my face and see what I look like. And also we're on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3. We're streaming live. So you can watch us, like I said, on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3, and YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. Now, if you want to call, 0700993-993-993. That is the number to call. Okay? And we're trying to get Osa on the line. Do you have him? I think we have Osa now. Osa, morning.
Good morning, sir.
Osa, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Welcome to Nigeria Info 99.3.
My pleasure.
You said what?
I said my pleasure.
Your pleasure, yes. I'm quite comfortable here. I'm happy. Osa, did you hear the Commissioner of Information?
I had it.
Would you like to react to what he said?
To do respect to the Commissioner, I was a little bit disappointed with his statements. And statements were neither here or there. And when you talk issues about enforcement and was given instances about the police getting weary because of the COVID-19, nobody wants to do enforcement, things like that. I was like a little bit shocked.
Yes.
And Lagos State government has lots of agencies that enforce for the environment, to traffic, who complements the efforts of the Nigerian police or any other agency, security agency. So I'm shocked there was no synergy among themselves to make sure that these things are nipped in the bud. You know, all those environmental issues, the Okada drivers, the people, traffic issues and cool. So is it telling me that driving one-way traffic has to be police are here on the Lagos road when you already have last mile who are empowered by law to keep the road safe for us. So I'm going to be shocked. So it's an abdication of their duties. So I think they have gone. I think with the COVID holiday, the Lagos State government went on holiday to us. So I think they're just trying to get up now from the holiday to kickstart life again. So these are issues that is under their control. So when you keep talking about army, we are not under any insurgents here. We are not under any terror attack.
Yes.
You know, we're not as if they're working all over the place. We're talking about simple enforcement. Laws. There are laws in the states.
Well, Osa, did you get a hint of frustration from the commissioner that makes it sound as if the police is not cooperating with them? And if the police doesn't cooperate with them, and if the police doesn't cooperate with them, and the governor is not cannot control them, what do you think he should do?
I don't believe that the police is not working with the Lagos State government. You know, gone are those days when we say the party in Lagos, the party in the center are different parties.
Yes.
These are the same one party, the same president. Don't forget that the commissioner for police is part of parcel. He's a Lagos man. You remember he was formerly with Ashwaju, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yeah.
Then he was the Rapid Response Squad commander. Then he went to different posting outside the state and he came back. So you have the son of the soil, who is a police commissioner in Lagos.
Well, I mean, you might have the son of the soil who is a commissioner, but he reports to a DIG, he reports to an AIG, and sometimes others can be brought above him. You don't think so? That happens sometimes in the police.
I don't think so for petty issues. You're talking about what you're talking about.
I mean, but if you arrest an Okada driver, for example, and he calls an AIG and an AIG says he should be left alone.
How can Okada guy call an AIG?
It does happen. It does happen, also, I can tell you that. I think there's more to this. Unfortunately, we can't. There's a limit to what you can actually say on it, but there seems to be more to this than meets the eye. But going forward, in terms of, we have a problem with the enforcement. Who would you blame the governor for that if he doesn't get the cooperation of the police, and if he's being sabotaged?
Has he come outside? To me, has he come outside officials to say that we're having issues with the Nigerian police?
But you heard his commissioner. The commissioner speaks for the government. He doesn't have to come out. He doesn't have to come outside by himself.
Yes, the commissioner for police has been patrolling the street of Lagos. The commissioner of police has been everywhere. Cannot be everywhere because of.
But they are not getting. But they are not getting. They are not getting the cooperation of the men in the force itself. I think that there's a lot of politics going on here.
It is the duty of the governor of Lagos to solve that politics. That's his duty. That's why we put him there. So he shouldn't come and be hiding under one finger and be telling us excuses. It's not so. We put him there to protect us. We put him there to create a law and order atmosphere for ourselves here. So that is his duty. And that's the duty of the entire cabinet and the entire establishment of Lagos State government. People are paying taxes to them. So it is their duty now to reciprocate by giving us a conducive atmosphere to thrive.
Okay, so what?
Come hiding under one thing and telling us, IG says this, AIG said that. I spoke to president. Oh, this is if we are in the Northeast now, that's a different ball game we're talking about. It's beyond our control. Is it on our control for environmental issues? Is it if care is not taken, Osa, if care is not taken, we might jolly well have a northeast situation here. If care is not taken, and I think we need to be careful of that. But we thank you for your contribution, Osa. We'll be calling you again on Thursday. Whilst we're rounding up. Okay. When we drop now, we are going to call your friend Tola. Oh.
Because of all this COVID something, I would have loved to bring the two of you into the studio, but the two of you might then take off your masks and I'm just joking.
I'm sure my good ball has calmed down now from our 2019. But I know with pride, Egbo will not agree.
I don't. Okay, Osa. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now we'll take a few calls. We'll take a few of your calls and reactions. Whilst we try to get Tola Akikugbe. Idowu Okpemikwa says that we have been pushed to the worst instinct in man. Everybody is in survival mode. Ezefule Ebuka says Lagos State has lost its glorious state and it is worrisome. The state we used to know for its excellence, a little wonder it has called center of excellence. Today it is a center of tribalism, ethnicity, filth, and death. It says here, Joseph Aku says, to lead the orchestra, you need to back the audience. So far, the present leadership in Lagos has been facing the audience and playing the orchestra to their reaction. This should not help Lagos at all. On the political front, one question I'd like to ask, and I'd be glad to hear from you is the governor in charge? Or does he have an emeritus breathing down his neck whose political ambition might be getting in the way for him to work very well? These are the questions and reactions I'd like. Do I have a call? Who's that? Hello? Hello?
Hello, Jimi Disu. Good morning, sir.
Who is speaking?
This is Mr.
Who?
Your number caller. Paul.
I can't hear you well. Sorry, it's not clear.
Paul.
Paul.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
please go on. Let me get your reaction, please.
Calling from Ikoyi.
Yes.
I agree with the information and what, in one way or the other, he make mention of the commissioner of police be on the street all the time. Commissioner, where they come up for Banana Land here, around 11 in the morning, around 7 we don't reach the house for Banana Island. Which time he take the be in the street? There are many CPs with senior him. Now politics that they bring a come, now they happen now. He's not capable to be the CP of Lagos State. I'm telling you, I'm a policeman. I'm telling you categorically, I've worked with him. CP are ahead of him.
Okay. We
go to office at 11 o'clock, come back around 7:38. Which time, how many hours did they stay for office?
Okay. We this one is a difficult one for me. Because we really wouldn't want to be part of indicting the gentleman, because I don't know if what you're saying is true. I don't even know if you're a policeman. For all I care, maybe you're his tenant, we're not paying rent, we vex. I don't know. So, but please don't let's take these things personal, okay? Don't let's take these things personal. And when you do call in, let's try and get the personal out of it, whether the man lives in Banana Island or not. But the police must be very rich to provide, to have the resources to provide quarters in Banana Island. If it is true, we always add that one, always add that clause. We're going to take another short break, okay? And then after that, we'll be right back.
Daily Digest returns in a moment.
Have your say in what we say.
You always make good points.
We talk the talk, and walk the walk. We are 99.3.
You talk, we listen.
Nigeria Info.
.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. is Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Yeah, you're welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, and this is Nigeria Info 99.3. Do we have Tola yet? Do we have him yet? No, we don't. We don't. Okay, do we have a caller, though? Yeah. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Morning.
Yeah, Uncle Jimmy, good morning.
Morning, sir. Who's calling?
John from Ibejuleki.
Okay, Mr. John from Ibejuleki. Shoot.
Yeah. You see, like I want to react to what the commissioner is saying.
Yes.
Or what he has said before, precisely.
Yes.
You know, some of these people, sometimes they will just come on air, they will say something that is not true. I passed that road that he made mention of. They will only descend on the common masses. But the tankers that are on that Ijolo Ropa,
yes,
that will connect to Ido,
yes,
they have not been able to clear it. And they will come, they say they have to clear Igbo way. I stay almost 1 hour to turn from this in to connect Ido.
Yes.
And they will come on air, they will say that we have done this, we have done. So they are not seeing those tankers. They are not seeing it. It's the people that maybe they are selling on the by the entrance of the distance. They are not seeing it. The road that they should pass, they did not visit, and they say they are prepared. In fact, they are doing everything to make sure that there is a free flow of traffic before they close the town. I don't just want to say something that maybe it will look as maybe I'm trying to insult somebody on the air.
No, don't. I better go beg you. Don't insult anybody. Don't. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning, sir. Who's calling?
Yeah, this is Samuel.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Samuel. I wanted to contribute to the program.
Just go on.
Yeah, you see, this traffic issue, God will help us. Number one, there are different ways this traffic in Lagos have been coming in. Number one, the Agberos, those people collecting money from buses.
Yes.
They will be stopping buses in the middle of the road.
Yes.
Even government officials are there, both last man and policemen. They will be looking at the Agberos and stopping people on the main road. Why cars will line up? Yesterday, the same thing. What this man that just finished called said is true. I was there yesterday, even from Costain to enter Ijora Lokpa. It was stressed because of all these trucks on the road. And there are police there putting, they call themselves task force with police uniform, even soldiers. In fact, God will help us in this Lagos.
Okay, thank you.
What the masses are facing.
Oh, sorry, we lost that. Okay, we finally, I think we've gotten to you want more caller? If you'll stand more minutes. Hello, yes. Very quickly, you have less than a minute, please. Just go on.
Okay, hello, good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
Yes, my name is Bernard Agama.
Yes.
Yes, Uncle Jimmy, actually, I listened to your conversation with the Honorable Commissioner of Information.
Yes.
Sir, in respect of what he just said, actually, I want to go to the sanitation part of it. You see, that Eco Bridge from Akongbo, climbing Eco Bridge, if you go to that site, that place, Somalia is even better. If you look at the environment, so dirty, in short, they should go and take a look on those corners. And secondly, if they are enforcing those people, coming, those task force, if they are enforcing their rules, they should be a little bit civil. They should be civil because as I speak, if you go to Alawusa task force police station, many have been killed in that place.
Yeah.
Okay, Jimmy.
Okay.
Many civilians have been killed.
Okay, thank you very much. I think this is well known by everybody. Well, we're going to have to end the program here today. Sorry, we got a few hitches in the beginning, but we get used to the system, okay? Now, let me run you through this week, what we're going to do this week. On tomorrow, of course, we'll have Dear Bumi. I dare not touch that dial. I dare not sacrifice it. On Thursday, we will continue this discussion. And then on Friday, I'm going to leave it open to you, my listeners, to ask me questions on the things that happened when I was on a 2-week break. I was on a 2-week break. So many things happened. So you bring up, the issues, and I'll discuss them with you. Okay? And then on Saturday, there seems to be something brewing in Lagos, something that is akin to what happened in Kwara, Otoge, whatever it is. And I'm smelling a rat. So what I'm going to do this Saturday is I'm going to talk to somebody I know who knows the insides of the APC and find out from him what exactly is going on. That gentleman is Fuad Oki. I'm going to bring him in. Okay. Then next Saturday, the Saturday after that, I'm going to bring in somebody who also from within the system, but also understands the issues that surround the gentleman, so that we can put things in a proper balance, if you get what I'm saying. I'm yet to identify that person, but somebody is staunch supporter of this gentleman, so we can put things in proper perspectives. So this Saturday, we are going to start the issue. We are going to look at the issue: could we have an Otoge in Lagos? And then following Saturday, we'll put it in a balance, and then we leave the rest to destiny to solve for us. Okay, so that's where we'll end it for today. One more time, I do apologize for a few hitches, but don't worry, we'll perfect it. I'd like to thank MTN for sponsoring this program. In all honesty, if you have a company that contributes to discourse, public discourse of the better of Nigeria, I think it's better than having things like locking 10, 15 women up in a house and things like that, but that's another story for another day. I'd like to thank Colin Steke. Okay? Colin Steke is the man who's been handling the whatever. I would like to thank Philip. Where is he? Philip has gone out again. Okay. And I'd like to thank you, the listeners. I'd like to thank you. Oh, there he is. Why are you hiding behind the pillar? When Philip showed up outside from the pillar, I thought somebody was taking a portrait at me. He had on a mask. When you watch these movies, they say he's a bad man. I almost had a heart attack. Collins was wondering what was wrong with me. But I'll be back again tomorrow at 7:30 tomorrow. I tell you what, I might even sneak in at 7, who knows. But I'll be back tomorrow at 7:30. Okay? Remember, tomorrow is Dear Bumi. You don't want to miss that. Guess who I'm having it with? I'm having it with Nkiru the farmer. We're going to slug it out here tomorrow. You don't want to miss that. Once again, Collins, thanks a million. Okay. And see, don't touch that dialogue. Don't go anywhere, because Collins is coming on next.
Thank you.